Now we're recording. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the December 10th meeting of the Town of Grafton Accessibility Advisory Commission. Let's take attendance before we get to the agenda. Paul Letourneau.
Yes, here.
Christy Proctor.
Here.
Aaron Phil.
Here.
Roger Trahan.
Here.
Alexis Henry here. How's everybody? Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Very nice.
It was good, thank you.
Yeah, I think I still have some leftovers in my fridge that probably have to go.
Probably.
All right, I have the agenda here, so why don't I pull that up? I'm sharing my screen. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have no announcements for this evening. Did anybody have any announcements? No. And there were no external correspondence. Yes, Christy.
I just want to say that we should give a thanks to Aaron Lapointe and his team at the Grafton Recreation Department, as Sundays Grafton Celebrates the Holiday was the first time we've really had some very specific information contained in the program related to accessibility and sensory features. And on Sunday, I visited the high school, which had the sensory room. I appreciate Aaron's attitude was like, I hope someone uses it, but
that's Adam.
Yeah, Adam Lapointe.
Adam. Yeah.
And he said, if someone uses it, that's great. If no one uses it, that's great. We had it.
Yeah.
So he has a real proactive, let's be responsive, and if it's needed attitude towards making things accessible, which goes a long way for making it really reflects a better approach to accessibility across the town that I hope others will also see and hope to emulate.
Yeah, I agree. It was nice to see that brochure, that they had done a really nice job with the brochure of all the stops or the events for Grafton Celebrates the Holiday, and noting whether they were accessible and how. It's definitely a big improvement. So I will be happy. I'll put that on my to-do list. Happy to send a thank you note to him and acknowledge what a good job they did.
Yeah, that was an excellent job. I'm wondering, I'm looking forward to there being paper again at some point. I know that paper does cost money and resources, but I remember when my son was little, and as a family, we used to like to circle the places we'd go to, and some people just more prefer that, and not everyone has tablets and things like that, or cell phones that they're bringing with them. And so it'd be interesting to see how this rolls out as the year goes on, as far as what the plan may be for printed brochures. So
sorry, I suddenly have let me fix my view here. Suddenly made it quite a bit. There you go. Yeah, and actually it's the first agenda item on old business, but just going through the agenda, I also had no external correspondence since our last meeting of note, so I have nothing here. Do we want to go through the minutes from November 19th?
Sure.
Okay. I'll page down. Are there any changes, edits, additions?
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the draft meeting minutes of November 19th, 2024.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Okay. Any discussion, suggestions, edits?
Yes, a few.
Mhm.
So on the attendees, it was saying Tracy Sharkey absent, then coming later. If you could just erase that coming later, because
Yeah, because she didn't make it.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
she, yeah.
And then, excuse me, under announcements, under 1B, if we could, each time we're using something where there's an acronym, spell it out the first time we use it, and then put the UUSGU in parentheses. So
Yes,
that
sure.
would be the Unitarian Universalist Society of
Of
Grafton
Grafton
and
and Upton. Yeah.
So,
I'm actually working on community preservation funds. Community preservation.
oh God, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Community Preservation Committee or
Committee.
Commission?
Yeah.
Committee.
And then I'll go
Yeah.
on to yeah.
Yeah.
Unitarian Universalist Society of
I think it's-
Grafton and Upton.
I thought it was
Yeah.
United Universalist.
Oh, wait a minute. What did I say? I'm sorry. What did I say?
Grafton and Upton. Unitarian United. I thought it was
United. Well, we can confirm.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's United because they came together,
Yep.
two different societies. Universalist. I'm fairly certain.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
It says, I'm looking online. It says Unitarian Universalist Society of Grafton and Upton.
Okay.
We'll
Of
confirm.
Grafton and Upton.
Yeah, I'm actually on the
Are you on their
website.
site?
Yeah.
It's Unitarian or
Yeah, it's Unitarian Universalist
Universalist?
Society of Grafton and Upton. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So, and then, yeah, Community Preservation Committee. And then,
is it a committee or commission, Roger?
committee.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so under 2A, you don't have to respell out UUSGU. It just
Mhm.
stays that way. We know
Mhm.
that AAC is Accessibility Advisory Commission because it's in the title of the draft minutes. So under 4B, under National, October was NDEAM, National
Mhm.
Disability Employment
Awareness Month. Yes.
Yeah. So if that could be spelled out.
4B.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I
Can
see
you
it.
see it?
Yep.
National Disability Employment Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And that banner's now been taken down, just for people's information.
What was that again?
It's not on our page anymore.
Oh, okay. And then under, let me know when you're ready, Christy.
Ready?
All right, under 4B, the second bullet point, MRC Mass Rehab Commission is now Mass Ability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Massachusetts Rehabilitation Commission.
Yeah, so MRC. So if
Yeah.
you could just spell that out. And then in the next line, MOD.
Yeah.
Massachusetts Office on Disability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a couple lines next. Thanks, Amber. Just say thanks, Amber Monk, MONK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just so she gets her. It's that bullet point right beneath the hyperlink, the blue hyperlink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
MU or O?
MONK.
MONK.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
And that's, yeah, that's all really.
I'll say thanks to Amber Monk from the town select board office.
Yeah, it's Select Board
Yeah.
Town Administrator's Office, or typically it's Select Board / Town Administrator's Office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what yeah, there was a question I had. I'm just drawing a blank. When we do, like, when we took a vote on meeting minutes of October 8th under 3, and then the motion to adjourn, the A, what is
I'm
that?
sorry, 3A? What do you?
No, the block, the grid when we take a vote, and
Yeah,
I don't think we ever put yes, no, or YN. What does A mean versus abstain meant? We usually spell out the word abstain. Is that in the affirmative? What is A? What are we calling A?
Aye.
I.
I? Oh,
Do you want to
okay.
do
Ah,
I and
yes,
nay.
a Y, Y-N?
We could. I mean, we don't need to belabor the conversation, but I think maybe, in the
Mhm.
future we could always, if you want to go back, feel free. I mean, either way, I think,
What did we do in the past? I actually don't.
I don't remember. I
can
thought we
look
did a
at-
Y and an N, but you're right. When you say I or yes, or the ayes have it, but I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that is not ever confused with abstain,
With abstain, yeah.
because we happen to have spelled out the word abstain
Mm.
here in the meeting minutes from the prior month within this draft document. But yeah,
Christy, do you have prior minutes so you can look at?
No, I just made him wise though.
all right. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
And
Okay.
yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thanks, Roger.
Thank you.
Okay, so can we have a vote to accept the minutes from November 19th? Paula Turno,
yes.
Christy Proctor. Christy Proctor.
Yes. Just laughing.
Aaron
We're
Bill.
all saying yes now instead of yo.
So what are we supposed to say?
Say yes.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Aaron?
Yes.
Roger Trahan?
In the affirmative.
Don't confuse things.
Of course.
It's going to get an A.
Yes.
Alexis Henry, yes. Okay, thank you. All right, let me go back up to the agenda.
Okay, so Alexis, you have to declare the motion passed.
Oh, sorry.
Numbers.
Declare the motion passed, so the minutes have been approved. Let me go up. Okay, so we started this, but just thought I actually had plans for that day, which I had forgotten about, so I really didn't get to see any of the Grafton Celebrates the Holidays. How'd it go? Who went? Sounds like people did.
I had other things going on, and so I didn't make it to any of the events.
Yeah. Well, I do think, Christy, you have a great idea. I will happily, on behalf of the commission, send Adam a note. Aaron, we're going to trip over you and Adam.
There it is.
I will send him a note tomorrow telling him that how much we appreciate
Yeah.
the effort that they made. Okay, did anybody else go to anything? Okay. We've had this on the agenda, the ADA grievance procedure. We said we'll get an update from Tracy. Tracy's not here, so I'll put that on next month's agenda. So banner photo for our webpage. The October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month piece has been taken down. I had two ideas. One, so Mass Rehab Now Being Massability might be a nice thing to feature. They have a really nice video on their website. So I thought of featuring that and putting a link to the video that Massability has about their name change. So that's one idea that I had. And we did talk, and I looked a little bit, I didn't find anything immediately, but I'm sure we could find something about sort of, staying healthy over the holidays or, getting support over the holidays. That's the other idea that we had. So thoughts? I
I
don't think we
appreciate
need something every month, but
I appreciate the mental health awareness, like the tips for that. The other thing you could also do is I don't know if it's really banner appropriate, but um there's always the points about how to make your event neurodivergent friendly and be patient with those um who need to
Extra
say no or
attention.
something if it's too much for them. But if you're looking specifically, Alexis, for a banner, I'm sure you can find just even one picture and incorporate a sentence or two saying something about in a season of busyness, take time to take care of yourself or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, I like that. Yeah. I bet I'll work on that tomorrow. I think I did see a few things, but nothing that, um, yeah, during this busy season, make sure to take care of yourself. Happy holidays from the AAC. We could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Everybody send Alexis a headshot and she'll put a Santa's hat on it and make it look like Santa's elves. I don't know.
So yeah, I can do. And Amber's really good and quick at kind of getting that stuff up. So I think that's fine. It would be nice for us to sort of have a little bit of a library or so of ideas, for I think isn't April Autism Awareness Month, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, October is National, Employment Disabilities Month. I never get so we have those sort of recurring themes. I think that would be a nice thing. So happy to have any ideas for that. And again, I don't feel like it's something we have to have every month, but it's a nice thing to have from time to time. Roger, any update on the Millbury Street sidewalk? I actually saw it.
Yeah, well,
recently, and we did get a response.
yeah, basically it's going to be done in the spring according to proper guidelines that
Yeah.
I guess start with guidelines that the U.S. Postal Service uses. I did notice though that there were already people who had put their mailbox parallel to the curbing of the
Mhm.
street. And that only works when there's enough clearance to the adjacent mailbox, if there is one. But so yeah, it's going to be tackled in the spring. Did I forward the town administrator's response, or did I simply? Yeah,
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I forwarded to the commission.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's going to be addressed in the spring
Yeah.
when the whole project is finished and
Yeah, what they have now is just temporary, right?
right.
Okay.
But even in its temporary nature, I can't imagine how the postal delivery people can deliver to some of those boxes.
Yeah, I
being-
didn't. I only saw the section that looked like it was right near the elementary school. Is it further down? Are people?
It's on both sides of the road, but actually, I was mistaken at the last meeting, thinking that there were more on the elementary school side when there's actually more on the opposite side.
So I didn't really notice on the other side. I
Yeah.
was only looking on the school side of the street.
Yeah. So there's plenty on the other side. In fact, more so. That's where the bulk of the project is.
Mm-hmm. And is that where potentially problematic mailboxes are?
I saw some,
Mhm.
and I don't know if there was a pole or something in the way of the side on the school side,
Yeah,
but I noticed that there were some problematic, placements
yeah,
that I didn't see how they could be mitigated without doing parallel. Just because a mailbox, some of these mailboxes can be big.
mhm,
People get a lot of packages. They may be oversized ones, but so springtime it is.
okay,
So it's not.
all
I
right.
think there was some concern that somehow it would be finished the way it currently looked. And
Mhm,
then there were other people that were upset that the whole thing wasn't finished and correctly before snow flew. But um, it'll be here soon enough.
Yeah.
So
Um, I know we decided to sort of have this as I'm moving on to the next item. We had talked about having this sort of regularly on our agenda. I think we also talked about Tracy sort of being our main liaison to getting updates about this.
Right.
I have no new information.
nor do I. I know that one of the situations was that of these the woman that the town uses to do these project reviews is actually a presidential appointee. And so the question becomes, is her tenure going to continue? Or does she need reappointment? And will she be replaced? Is this thing going to be cut? I don't know, but
Should
it's
do
a
it for like the state.
I don't know who
At what point?
she's employed by, but these um these um these project reviews
Mm-hmm.
regarding accessibility, this individual got to look see at all of these projects.
Hmm.
And so we can I don't know the name off the top of my head, but we can speak with her at the next meeting or in between and ask what the status is. But on the flip side, I know all the major appointments are being done, but I don't know about all the other hundreds or even thousands of appointees that we never hear about.
Right. I don't think this one is making CNN.
No, it isn't.
The only ones that we hear about are the ones making news
Right.
or creating news.
Right. Yep.
Um,
But Paul, it's a 15-minute news cycle. We have to be controversial and
Absolutely.
it has to be tumult.
Yep.
That's ratings.
Um, yeah, so the last time we discussed this again, I think we thought that Tracy would be a good source of sort of insider information into the town. I don't know where any of the projects are, the ones that are in development, even where they are in the planning stages. So,
In Alexis, I think that provided there is someone in the know whose
Mhm.
job it is to look over these sort of site plan reviews and projects, as long as we know that that's happening,
Mhm.
our involvement doesn't need, it doesn't need to be duplicative. It's
Right.
just making sure that it is being done.
Mhm.
But it's interesting. I would want to know either as links or information or even um, just getting an idea of what goes into those reviews.
Mhm.
I all I know is that there's a person who does them. I don't know what that entails. So
Yeah, neither do I. Hopefully at our, I think we've discussed having this as a standing item on the agenda. So hopefully Tracy will be with us next month and she can provide us some information.
Well, that person probably does have a job description
yes,
that we're unaware of.
right.
Yeah, but I'm assuming this person isn't doing it just like what's their Territory.
of
I'm sorry, is
influence.
it Massachusetts? Is it New England? Is it,
I don't know, and I don't know
Yeah.
how this individual is paid.
or how the person, interacts with the town planning, like,
Right.
who is responsible in the town for approving these plans, where's that intersection? I don't know, but I'm hoping Tracy can illuminate things for us.
I'm just looking. I didn't. Yeah, I don't have that person's name. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right, well, we'll keep it as a standing item. Can talk about it next month. Any other old business items that didn't think about? Not on the agenda? I don't really have anything else. A brief meeting tonight. New items? Moving on.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Roger.
it's that awesome time of year again where
Uh-oh.
we will be putting together our 2024 Accessibility Advisory Commission report.
Yes, our annual report.
Yes, for Grafton's annual town report. And so,
Thank you.
and I think we did it in 16 font, New Times Roman, or did we Tahoma? I forget, but we did it in 16.
Yes, we did it, and I cannot remember exactly when it's due, but thank you for reminding me. I will find out.
I think that we may expect
Some
point very soon.
communication about it.
I thought it was at the end of January, but give an inch, they take a mile. It's really not, but I think I was the last holdout, not last year, but the year before.
Mhm.
Hold the presses for Trahan. But I think they're getting onto it, and rightfully so, earlier and earlier, and making that putting forth that
Uh-huh.
expectation that committees really start having these discussions at this time of year,
Mhm.
and to start getting moving on those, as this will be our last meeting of the calendar year. So,
Mhm.
who did it last year? Who did it for 23?
I did, along with I'm sorry, I'm having a brain freeze.
Who else?
You and
Bob. Rob.
You and Rob did it together.
Rob and I did it together.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, like I had a brain freeze for a moment.
So,
Yeah,
Madam
Rob and
Chair, I
did
guess
it together.
you're in for it solo then, right, Madam Chair?
Oh, I'm happy to have a volunteer to assist me.
I did it the prior 4 years before last year, so I'm gonna respectfully sit this one out.
Decline. I don't mind sort of going through what I did last year. Rob and I did. We sort of tag team it, and we used Christie's excellent minutes and just highlighted, went in and
Moments.
extracted sections from the minutes under topical areas. I have to revisit what it looked like.
Well, I think we did. It was a nice flowing conversation in the past years, and but I remember just when I thought it was going to be quick, we did a lot, without even
Yes.
going verbatim with the minutes. It's just we tackled a lot, and we think about National Night Out and other things we were involved in, and such town meeting items and things we endorsed and grants we endorsed and all the other stuff. It kind of added up, but I think it's a good exercise. It's a great opportunity for any committee to sort of, memorialize these things without, I know some committees go long, some committees go short, but it's a good way to get our activities out there.
Well, I will pull down last year's annual report, remind myself what it looked like. It's been a while since I've looked at it.
Well, it's online. Yeah,
I know. I know
yeah.
where to find it.
Yeah.
I know where to find it.
Do you have the Word document? You have the Word document, right?
That's a really good question. I have at least the sections that I did. I would have to go back into if I have it filed. I have a folder on my own for everything, all things AAC. So I don't recall, because I did mine and I sent it to Rob and he put the final version together, and I don't recall whether I got a Word version. I probably have it filed somewhere, or it may be in my email.
Or
from
I don't
Rob.
know if do you have any way to turn a PDF into Word?
Yes, I can do
Oh,
that.
all right.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
PDF, I've got the fancy version.
Right. All right.
So,
Hello.
yeah, I can
My name is
convert it
Chris,
to
and I'm
Word
a
doc, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, we have some other software. It's not Adobe, but I basically have the advanced version of Adobe.
Awesome.
So I will take the first crack at it, but I may be reaching out to you for clarification or additional details but typically Christie's minutes are very well detailed. So
Right.
it's usually all in there. So thank you for reminding me. Hadn't even thought about
Very
that.
cool. Yeah, rather than all of a sudden, oh, we're in January. Who's going to do it? Who's going to take a stab at it?
And we'll have another meeting before, and I'll make sure you all get to take a look at the draft.
All right.
But that's forgotten about that, Roger.
Oh, it's just one of those things. I
Thanks
look
for
at December and I was like, oh, a lot of committees, not every committee has, some of the smaller ones have sort of done that.
Yeah.
Some of the committees are having some difficulty mustering a quorum.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, they don't have a lot of stuff to really recount.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
I would hate to miss it.
basically, the review is actually a year in review with high points of events.
Yeah. It's sort of, here are the things that we accomplished in the year. So it's basically a review of the work of the commission over the past year.
Yeah.
And Paul, if you go on our web page on the far left, the Accessibility Advisory Commission reports, they go back, 2023 back to 2019 and then 2009. There was a gap. And you can see get a flavor of the nature and extent and scope and detail of what we covered. Yeah. It's a fun read. And I always tell people, if they're interested, if there's a vacancy in AAC, look at the last couple of AAC reports, annual reports, to get a sense of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So that it serves the dual purpose of that too, because not everyone would exactly know where to go.
Yeah.
To really see whether they may be a good fit or whether a vacancy would interest them. So.
Hey, thank you, Roger. Any other new business items?
What are we going to get for Christmas? 2 front teeth?
No, a hippopotamus, Paul. Come on, get with the program.
Wow.
The hippopotamus.
I barely have room for that, but I could make room.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, I'm into experience and not stuff anymore. Got too much. I'm at that phase of my life where I want to get rid of stuff. I think you go through this phase where you accumulate stuff. No, I want to get rid of stuff.
I'm buying myself a gift this year. I'm getting one of those adjustable beds.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Just so I can watch TV and be comfortable.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it was always my mom would do the asking, and I would say 2 jigsaw puzzles. You can make them. You can disassemble them and then give them away to others, as long as there's no missing pieces. And that was always fun. So that was always what I asked for. And then anything else that they gave me was just frosting on the cake. So
sure. I can
All right.
still see our living room. 5 kids from my parents and my mother lining up the room from the kitchen door all the way to the Christmas tree in the corner.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
so exciting for children, even
Yeah.
for me.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
will you accept a motion to adjourn?
I would accept a motion to
All
adjourn.
right, I move
Roger.
to
Do I have a
adjourn.
second?
I second the motion.
Okay, let me poll the commission and see if so, Paul Letourneau,
Aye.
Christy
No,
Proctor.
no,
No, it's a yes.
Aye.
Huh? What?
Christy Proctor,
Yes.
Aaron Phil,
Yes.
and Roger Trahan.
Yes.
Alexis Henry, yes. So I declare us officially adjourned at 7:14 p.m.